I know you're excited to get started on your poster, but I'd like to go over a couple things before you begin. First of all, a poster is part of graphic design, and graphic design basically is visual communication. So when we see things like advertising, newspaper, magazines, outdoor advertising, all of those things have been designed and they have thought about you as the consumer. What might you like, and what pictures and words are going to grab your attention? So for your poster design, you are thinking about words and image. That is number one. But within that, you're also thinking about how can you make it simple so that someone walking by can quickly read your poster? What mood should your poster be? What colors do you need to use to create that mood? And then who is your audience? And so are you designing for kids your age, for adults like me, are you trying to change someone's opinion? Like what kind of colors are going to help with your message? Because number one, your poster is quick communication. So if I look at this one, it's got one word, bullies, and a shoe is stomping it. So very quickly we see that bullies are like we're trying to get rid of bullies. So the shoe is taking care of that word. Your poster has lots of lines on it, so I am just going to show you how I filled mine out. You're going to put your name on the name list, and then there's a whole list of ideas for you to choose for some advice. So your advice needs to be positive. So mine is save the earth. That's what I decided to use for the words on my poster. Then it says, list images that you imagine for this quote. We're not starting to draw. We're just thinking about, okay, what would I expect to be on a poster about saving the earth? So it's a brainstorming session. You're writing as quickly as you can think. I came up with earth, picking up trash, the recycle symbol, trash coming out of the water, holding the earth in your hands, a peace symbol, maybe a truck with a recycling symbol on it, earth with flowers growing out of it, trash with a big no symbol on it, or the earth is falling off a cliff. So then from there, you're looking at those and saying, well, which ones sound interesting to draw? So I have three different ones. I've got a little sketch of a watering can watering flowers that are growing out of the earth, someone holding it in their hands, or just simply the earth as a large symbol, and save the is kind of wrapped around the picture. So here, if I chose that last one, I would kind of plan this out. Maybe I'd get a tracer, I'd get rulers so that everything looks really nice and symmetrical. Then I can start thinking about what kind of typeface. And of course, you'll be hand lettering this, but if I write in all caps or if I write in swirly letters, it has a different message. I'm going to show you a couple different posters now that catch your attention, that have great colors. They're not all about positive advice. So this one is a rock poster, but you can see that they used the hand. They've got words in the hand to show, like they've created a shape out of the words on this one. Same with this. Big fish is actually a shape of a fish. And then this big tent in the background has a nice symbol for the background space. Negative space is the space within the shape. So here we've got Batman, but then the words are actually made out of his body. So they kind of cut that out of the shape, and then we see the yellow from the moon behind. And then out here, his shape is turning into bats. So this is really interesting how they've played around with shape and design, and everything's right here in the middle. Very simple shape, Batman and the moon. And then all of the small writing is much smaller so that we really see what we need to see. This one is just interesting. So they've almost created the shape with the words. So it says unplug and get your hands dirty. And then the smear is the shape. Here they're using a focal point. So everything is getting us to look at the middle of this voting machine. It's all pointing to this circle. The arrows are pointing. You can use layout with horizontal and vertical lines. So this is a specific style where they're kind of thinking about almost like a grid and then lining things up so we see things going each way. Now the reason it works is because they've got some words are much bigger than others. So we see all school art first, and then everything else is smaller. So it's easy to read. Otherwise, it just becomes a big blur. So over here too, design culture now is much bigger than everything else. This one is a simplified version of that. So it just says go big or go home. This is the front page of a magazine article. So it has a lot of type here, but that could have just been a poster if you didn't have the type. It's got a nice image of a snowboarder, and then the words kind of go both ways, just like those other more complicated posters we just saw. These use some nice large simple shapes. So Art Attack is an art show that happens at the Northrop King building in Minneapolis. So they've got the city skyline, there's a water tower there, and then you can see the city of Minneapolis behind. It's really nice. This is negative space too. So white is typically background, but here this white shape has become an interesting shape and part of it. And then we see some other lines here leading our eyes. Penelope was a movie about a girl born with a pig nose. So this has got a positive, like a large shape of this, and then this pop of color to kind of highlight her nose and keep your eyes moving. Let's see. Here we've got don't copy that floppy. Very simple shape up here, words down below. So keep in mind you can have the words up above or down below. Here again, nice simple shapes. So here are some things that kids have done. We've got a nice silhouette with the words. She tried to use words that are kind of swirly like an ice skater. This one was done very well, very precise. You never stop learning. And we've got the ruler on the outside. Express yourself. It's got nice color that keeps your eyes moving here with the disco ball. Believe in yourself. This diagonal line adds excitement. This is really nice. Treasure each moment. It's very clean. The colors are really pleasing. This one says, let's defeat cancer. Is a nice, just large shape, kind of taking it. Most people know the pink ribbon symbol. Dance to express yourself. So this one too, the swirl kind of goes along with kind of the mood of dance, and these colors are nice for dance. I will say that the letters themselves could be bigger, and then she started out really big with the word dance, and then each one got kind of smaller. So be thinking about plan it out so that your words are all the same size. If anything, the two could be smaller, and then express yourself should be big again like dance, because we don't want our words to disappear or seem uneven. Okay. Oh, and dream big. Never give up on your dreams. So this is nice. We've got almost two parts to the quote. This is written very big, and then the sideline is written a little smaller. So as you're working through your poster worksheet, make sure that you're reading through the information so you know what to do. You should be making your sketches and then having someone else give you feedback. It could be me, could be someone in the room. Good luck.